Nothing is clear.
7 seconds. I think we're...
Did you see that wobble there from gukesh?
Okay, we definitely don't want to trade queens. We definitely want to play with this vulnerable king. We want to play bishop to f5 as soon as we possibly can.
He moved his queen to d6.
Bishop to e6 to f5.
Well, queen d7 is winning according to machine, but it doesn't matter really.
Yep. Well, one great thing that Black's done is they've centralized the queen.
Oh, wait, but queen f7, he won't
how
be
did
able
he
to
get out of
move
this?
at all.
No, that's it. That's the end. Bishop e6. Bishop e6 threatens mate, followed by h4.
Bishop e6 played.
Queen d8, though.
Queen f8, sorry.
Queen f8 as well.
No, I think he should have included h4.
Yep. Bishop e6 was a bit naive, but...
He could have included the move h4 and just trapped gukesh.
Doesn't change much, yeah. Bishop d5, the knight is
Bishop d5
still...
domination. Yeah. It's a light squared domination. And how much...
terrible position to play.
h5, h4, pardon me, or f4, f5. What do you think, Jovi?
I think anything wins h4 is what I would play.
Yes, he did it. He did it indeed.
Now
Black's
bishop
position
f7 is very strong.
Creaking.
And he did it. Bishop f7, brilliant move.
Absolutely going for g5, bishop g6. That's a winner.
I guess.
5 seconds.
Gukesh,
And now you can
check.
give a check.
And you can take on g6. That's the whole trick.
Yeah, and he knows
and
it.
he knows it. He does it.
He knows
He
it.
reached for it and did
And
it.
there's no move that
Has no
Gukesh can
chance
play.
as well.
H5.
Bishop f5.
Bishop f5.
Bishop f5, yeah.
Yeah. Ouch.
Such a pain.
Queen. No.
Bishop check.
And bishop
And to
to
d5, so that there's always going to be queen f7.
As well
the
as
knight
queen
can
G8
move.
mate.
The
Queen
knight
G8.
can move. The queen can't move.
Right. King h3, just to...
You got to be careful with this ones, right? Because king h3, queen d7. Do you really want to play? It's a winning position. But
I think so. I
Yeah, like-
do. I
perhaps
go
you do not want to
H5?
play the queens.
Well, the clock is always a factor. 10 seconds for Fabi. Now it's ticking down to 9 seconds for Gukesh.
I was thinking
2 seconds.
Queen to c8 made more sense to my
The
eyes.
players are just playing on instinct now. Queen
Queen
e8, knight
ooh.
g6.
Ooh, what is going on?
Queen takes pawn.
Takes on f6.
He did it.
Yeah, but can you just give a check?
On f4, and he should.
F4, and he should. Okay,
He's
he does
done
it.
it. He's done
He
it.
will
Well,
breathe a sigh of relief that at least he hasn't got checkmated.
For sure. I thought he was going to get checkmated, in fact. So g3, get rid of that knight. Put the bishop on f7.
But he's 2 pawns down.
He should be winning.
It's just a matter of
He is.
time. Now
He
just
is
bring in the
winning.
king.
He's winning. So 2 extra pawns and h5 as a target, which is
And
also
in
important.
our other game, has that game completed?
It's still going
Well,
on.
apparently Firouzja doesn't. Okay, it is over.
Yep, Alireza just won. So he begins this round robin with 1 point.
King to f2, just getting ready to reroute the bishop to e2. I want to bring the bishop to the e2 square so I can attack h5 pawn.
Sure enough, it's making its way there.
Yes. Whew. Wow, what an
Nerve-wracking game.
eventful round one of the playoffs. I mean, my
Bishop
goodness.
e2.
Man, why didn't we have such games from round 1?
Right? Where was the classical? Let us down in
It's
the
the short
results.
time control.
The shorter time control, more
And
mistakes.
there you can see Alireza looking at the game between Fabi and Gukesh. 7 seconds for Gukesh.
Instantly, Fabi captured the pawn on e5.
But
and
this
I
is the
would have
issue.
hesitated.
For a bit at least, right?
Yeah, I would have played king e3 and waited to do that. But He apparently believes that he can force a Zugzwang.
Well, the
It's,
black
it's
king
a 3 pawns after all.
It is
is
an
tied
extra pawn.
down.
Yeah. So bishop to D1.
I have an idea. Bishop b5 and then check from e8. So the king has to go to h6.
Good idea. Fabi agrees with you wholeheartedly.
So it's
Miro.
this, knight e7, check from e8. Yeah,
Yeah.
king h6, and then you go king f4.
And handshake. And Fabi also begins with a victory.
victory.
So it was a
97
successful
moves.
round for the white pieces. Ah, okay, no, he's played rook a7.
Not
Rook
quite.
a7 is a good positional move, just to make sure that the rook is behind the fast pawn.
Bishop
if
to
I-
d5 looked very strong.
Rook f6, and
Yeah.
the game would go on. That's the point.
Still, it would go on. that's
Okay, but
true.
still you got bishop e2 on the horizon.
Always.
Always. Bishop e2, eyeball the pawn on a6.
It's funny, I'd actually like to have the pawn on h5, h4, h5, just to nail down the h6 pawn and say, you're not going anywhere. Put the bishop on e2, as you've suggested, and slowly start winning back some pawns. What's the clock time?
Oh, they are scary, Yasser. It's under 35 seconds. We will stay on this game, but just to keep you posted that Gukesh has lost his advantage, so now the position is level, but again, they're playing with seconds left on the clock, so anything can still happen.
And now who's going? Okay, bishop e4. You remember the rule of thumb. Knights get stronger as they're more often defended. Bishop e4 for me is an automatic. You want to play...
King f3 now. I don't like
king
pins.
h3. King h3
King
followed by
h3.
h3.
King f3.
King f3 was the choice. But yes, I don't like pins either. And now king to g3.
Now king to g3, right?
So that we can play
Yes.
f3.
Now there is bishop d5 also, and maybe
Yeah.
Okay,
this is...
h4 played.
Oh, h4 is okay.
Yeah,
H4 is very
15
good.
seconds for Alireza, just a 5-second time bonus per move.
King e8. Ooh, what's that?
H4, H5.
H5. I love that move. Like I said, I like to nail down side for just a moment. Rook to d7. Whoa.
Ooh.
Check.
And now, you know what? You can trade and go g5, and apparently this one's winning, even though it's somewhat counterintuitive.
Well,
To just push
7
the h
seconds.
pawn. He's done it. He's going to play g5. He's done it. And instantly, king d7.
Just take with the
Alireza's-
knight.
Yeah,
It takes with the
Alireza
knight.
had anticipated this, but the pawns are just marching.
How about the a pawn? King e6.
Bishop check.
I told you this game will get exciting at some
Okay,
point.
but still,
As you said, the
H
march
pawn
of the
is
a pawn.
rolling.
h5,
H6. Okay, now the A pawn is
h7,
running.
followed by knight to f6.
Okay, now knight F6.
Threatens
F6.
knight g8 check. You have to play rook h8, which is not what you want to do.
Knight f6 is a terrible move, and now the position is equal. Okay, it said, well, at least the computer says so. 0.58.
What?
Wow, that's not apparent.
That is very confounding. So king to g4, king to g4 to h5 to h6. What am I missing? I'm missing
King
something.
f8, king g7, free the rook.
King takes pawn.
Yeah, king g7, and free the rook.
Well, I go knight to g8.
Knight G8. No, rook takes pawn then.
What? Ah, rook takes pawn then. He's threatening rook takes pawn. Sorry.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's
That
a
was
draw.
the...
It's a draw.
Wow.
7 seconds for Fabiano. He tucks the bishop on A2.
But now rook b8, right?
Right. Forced.
Hang on a second.
F4.
F4, rook b5 check.
If you move your rook down to B7,
have
you've got
knight-
bishop takes F7.
As well as knight h5 check,
F4 was a bit strange because he could have gone knight h5 check.
which is what you want to do and take on f7, don't you? Why didn't... Okay.
The players are just playing with seconds left. It's
I know,
more or less
it's-
intuition here, and I can
It's
also
nerves.
see
It's
that
nerves.
nerves are affecting
You
the
know,
game
rook
between
b5
Gukesh and Pragnananda.
Rook b5 is a must, otherwise white is winning again. If
Rook
not
b5.
for a rook b5 check, like any other move is lost.
Rook c8.
White wins.
Instantly king d4.
It's a draw.
He had to play knight h5.
He had to play
bishop
any other
f7.
move. Yes, f5 was winning, knight h5 was winning.
Well, 9 seconds for Alireza. What's the way to draw?
Rook c2,
Rook c2.
active.
3
Knight
seconds,
h5.
2
He's
seconds.
done
Rook
it.
c2. Woo.
Yeah.
Knight h5. Bishop f7. a2.
a2, yes.
Bishop takes.
Okay, and now the king will help the king side pawns
Three
advance.
pawns and a knight.
You would
Yeah,
think that
but-
this
But you
is...
can't really move it.
But the pawn is on h7. If it was on h6, I'm sure it would be winning. On h7, no, I'm not.
Yeah. There is close to 0 ideas in this position.
Right? So we can go f5, but we're kind of...
And Gukesh is now winning against Pragnananda.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What does this
Crazy.
have to do?
Yeah,
F5.
Gukesh is winning. Fabi's not
So
winning.
we can queen the pawn and go king
Rook
g6.
a6 loses.
Does it lose?
Yes, to knight d7, to g6, to anything.
Okay, no,
But
he's...
not king g4.
You said anything.
But not king g4. Rook
you said-
c6. Back to winning, back to not winning.
Time trouble.
And we do have a result. Gukesh wins against Pragnananda. So
Prague is out.
Prague is out of the...
Business.
Exactly.
Oh,
He will
Fabi
not be
keeps-
winning this tiebreak.
Kind of not winning his
Well,
seemingly winning position.
oh no. Oh no. I think he was setting himself up for knight d7, king takes h7, f6, but king g6 might draw. Shoot.
Not easy position to calculate when you just have 12 seconds. And he steps back with the king. You know, he can just take his time in this position, just march the king back to where it came from in order to gain some time on the clock.
Well,
That's what he's doing that.
Precisely that.
Well, with the king on h5, he has to do the same pretty much. Go knight d7. This is back to being winning, I guess? No. Now it's winning again. g6. He has to understand that g6 is winning.
Why g6?
G6.
Rook
g6,
takes
rook f6, king g5. And you're winning.
Oh, because you got
Seriously.
f6.
Yes.
So
Okay,
he
king
still has
h5.
g6 in
King
his pocket.
h5, there is rook c5, which makes it... Now we are winning again. g6 or knight d7. Both
97.
win.
18 seconds.
I can understand knight d7. I must say, the g6,
G6 is
what's
incredible.
is an
What's
incredible
so-
win.
Yeah, like
Because
Will he find you? Knight
No,
d7?
knight d7.
d7,
Much more reasonable, much more logical.
f6.
F6.
Yes. Here he's threatening f7, winning on the spot.
Right.
f7 is winning on the spot.
And the position is winning because you move the king and there is g6.
And then followed by f7 wins.
Yeah.
He's got it. He's clinched the game. That was the money move, knight d7. And I think Alireza is realizing to his horror that he's lost.
4 seconds.
Okay, 5, and you just go
F7.
f7. And here you are.
Yeah, you saw. Because I'm allowing us
Rook
Exactly, rook
g5.
takes
takes
G5.
Rook g5 is the trick, but
Yeah.
but it is not a stalemate if you do not take the rook.
Right, rook h5 check.
You'll have to go to f4, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You'll have to, or f3, whatever.
Yeah, and you go away from the
And
rook.
handshake there.
Wow.
And Fabiano wins 2 of his first games. So he moves to 2 points out of 2. And all he has to do.
Followed by rook to d6, and your black king is not going anywhere when I have my rook coming to b6. So I see rook d7 as a winning idea for white. Rook d7 and rook d6.
Well, 20 seconds for Pragnananda.
You can just feel the tension here.
And once again, become Superbet chess champion. And rook
And
a7.
he blinked
Not great, and then yes, you do
Rook
go king
A2.
c4 immediately.
immediately. King to b3 and back
Wow.
in business. He's back in
This
business.
Oh, but hang on a second.
is
You've
better
got
for
bishop
black.
Bishop d1.
Bishop d1
c2.
was winning for black. King b3 is a mistake, but then it's better.
No,
And back
now
to bishop
it's
d1.
d1. He's
Bishop
done
f3,
it.
anything.
He's done
Fabi,
it. Fabi is going to win
And
the
there's
tournament.
panic in Praggy under 3 seconds left. And
Bishop c2.
Bishop
and-
c2.
yeah.
Black's king is going to decide the day.
King takes, and then the c3 falls as well, and this kind of breakthrough.
Doesn't work.
I'm guessing you just collect all the pawns.
And you see a very shaken Prague as he's realized that he's done it all. He goofed. He's done it all wrong.
Collect all the pawns, right?
Absolutely.
You take on c4 with the pawn, I
Thank you
guess.
for the passer. Yep.
Yeah, and then d5 you take again.
Thank you for
Okay,
the
E6.
passer.
And then can you just...
Rook e7, then eventually if you win the rook, you win the rook. I mean, the pawns
Wow.
will be on like c3, d3. And let's not forget you
He
need a draw.
captures with the
Yeah,
rook.
well, this one
That's
is
also very
minus
nice.
5.
Yeah,
Minus
winning
5.
Again, no
easily.
risk at all here for Fabiano.
well-
he just has to keep an eye on this e-pawn.
That is true.
Once
So
again.
you can go rook c7,
I would
You can move your
probably play
bishop.
bishop
King
e4.
king b3, very nice.
e6, a3.
Yeah.
e7, rook c8.
E6.
Is this what he's doing?
He's going to
No,
go rook
he's
c7.
Yeah, he goes here. Okay.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
so
it.
there is no knight f5 even.
No, that's it. That's
There is
just-
no e7. There is
that's a-
nothing.
That's a clincher. That was the money move.
And the a pawn is
A3.
going.
Yeah.
But that is the knight with
Check.
the check.
Yeah.
And we
And-
have a champion.
That was a nerve-wracking, yeah?
He did it the hard way.
It was not without
Fabi.
adventure, but Fabiano Caruana is the Superbet Chess Classic champion of 2024. He does it again.
I don't think he saw that coming when he went to bed last night.
You know, he could offer draw to Giri, yeah?
Wow. 3 out of 3.
Yeah.
He won no question about it. He won the